Imagine a night buzzing with excitement. The air crackles with anticipation. It's fight night, and everyone wants to see the great Muhammad Ali. The arena is packed, a giant, roaring beast of people eager for the show to begin. Outside, the crowd is a swirling mix of colors and sounds. Posters of Ali, larger than life, decorate every surface. People are laughing, shouting, and pushing, all trying to get closer to the entrance. You can hear snippets of conversations about who will win, about Ali's incredible skill, about the sheer energy of the event. The ground vibrates with the collective energy of thousands of people. It's a night of heroes, of strength, and of dreams. Even the streetlights seem to shine a little brighter, reflecting the electric atmosphere. The whole city feels like it's holding its breath, waiting for the main event to start. But amidst this roaring ocean of excitement, a small figure stood out. It was a child, no older than 10, with eyes that shone with a hopeful light, even though their face was pale and flushed with fever. They clutched a worn ticket tightly in their small hand, their knuckles white. A cough racked their small frame, but they stood their ground, determined to see their hero, Muhammad Ali. This child wasn't pushing or shoving like the rest of the crowd. They stood quietly near the edge, hoping to catch a glimpse, to soak in the atmosphere. Their clothes were simple, but clean, and their shoes were scuffed from wear. Despite feeling unwell, a small smile played on their lips. They had dreamed of this night for weeks, picturing Ali in the ring, a champion, a legend. Nothing, not even a fever, was going to stop them from trying to see their hero. Suddenly, a large figure blocked the child's view. It was a security guard, his face stern and unyielding. He was a mountain of a man, his uniform crisp and his voice booming. He pointed a thick finger at the child. "Hey you! Little one! You can't be standing here. Move along. It's too crowded and dangerous for someone your size, especially looking like you do." His voice wasn't unkind, but firm, unwavering. He was just doing his job, ensuring everyone's safety. He had seen many eager fans tonight, but this child's pale face and obvious illness worried him. He knew the arena could be overwhelming, even for healthy adults. He gestured towards the side, away from the entrance. "Go home, kid. You'll feel better. The fight will be on TV." The child's hopeful smile faltered. The words of the guard hit them like a punch to the stomach, even harder than any fever. Their dream, so vivid and real just moments ago, now seemed to crumble into dust. Tears welled up in their eyes, blurring the bright lights of the arena. The ticket in their hands suddenly felt heavy, worthless. All the excitement, the anticipation, drained away, leaving only a hollow ache in their chest. They had saved up for weeks to buy this ticket, sacrificing treats and toys. Now, it seemed all for nothing. They lowered their head, trying to hide the tears that were now streaming down their face. The roar of the crowd, which had been so exhilarating, now sounded like a mocking taunt. It felt like the world was against them. The crowd continued to surge and buzz, oblivious to the small drama unfolding near the entrance. Their excitement was a palpable force, a wave of energy focused on the upcoming fight. Laughter and shouts mingled with the rhythmic beat of drums played by street performers, creating a cacophony of noise that seemed to mock the child's despair. The anticipation was building to a fever pitch. People were chanting Ali's name, their voices growing louder and louder. It was a symphony of hope and expectation, a collective dream shared by thousands. But for the child, it was a cruel reminder of what they were missing, a painful contrast to their own shattered dream. The noise became overwhelming, a physical weight pressing down on them. Just when the child thought things couldn't get any worse, a path seemed to open through the crowd. A hush fell over a small section, a ripple of silence spreading outwards. And then, he appeared. Muhammad Ali. He was even bigger and more impressive in person than in the posters. He moved with a grace that belied his size, a quiet confidence radiating from him. The crowd around him parted like the Red Sea, making way for the champion. He was surrounded by security and handlers, but his eyes scanned the crowd, seemingly searching for something. The child, head bowed and shoulders slumped, didn't even notice him at first. They were too lost in their own disappointment. But then, a presence, a feeling of warmth and kindness, made them look up. Ali's eyes, though framed by the serious gaze of a champion, held a deep well of kindness. They weren't the eyes of a fighter, but of a caring human being. He saw the child, saw the tears, the flushed cheeks, and the slumped shoulders. He saw the disappointment etched on their face, a stark contrast to the joyful faces surrounding them. His gaze lingered for a moment, a silent understanding passing between them. It was as if he could see the child's dream, feel their sadness, and understand their longing. His eyes softened even further, a spark of determination igniting within them. He knew he had to do something. He couldn't just walk by and ignore the child's distress. He had a responsibility, not just as a champion, but as a human being. In a swift, decisive movement, Ali gently reached down. Before anyone could react, before his security could intervene, he scooped the child into his arms. It was a surprisingly tender gesture, considering his size and strength. He held the child close, supporting their small frame with ease. The child gasped, startled by the sudden movement. They looked up at Ali, their eyes wide with disbelief. It felt like a dream, too surreal to be real. The tears stopped flowing, replaced by a mixture of awe and confusion. They clutched their ticket tighter, as if afraid it would disappear. Ali smiled down at them, a warm, reassuring smile that melted away their fear. "Don't worry, little one," he said softly, his voice a gentle rumble. "You're going to see the fight." Ali turned towards the stern security guard, who was now looking completely dumbfounded. The guard's mouth hung open in disbelief. Ali simply raised an eyebrow, a silent challenge in his eyes. The guard, realizing who it was and the clear intention in Ali's gaze, stepped aside without a word. With the child securely in his arms, Ali began to walk towards the entrance. The crowd, initially stunned into silence, erupted into cheers. They applauded Ali's kindness, his compassion, his willingness to defy the rules for someone in need. The path cleared before him, a human river parting to allow him passage. Every step he took was met with louder cheers and shouts of encouragement. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated joy and admiration. Stepping through the entrance was like stepping into another world. The noise intensified, the lights blazed brighter, and the sheer scale of the arena became overwhelming. The air thrummed with anticipation. The child, nestled safely in Ali's arms, looked around in amazement. They could see the boxing ring in the distance, bathed in spotlights, a stage for the drama that was about to unfold. The crowd was a sea of faces, all turned towards them, cheering and waving. It was a sensory overload, a kaleidoscope of sights and sounds. The child felt a surge of adrenaline, a thrill that momentarily eclipsed their fever. They were actually inside, about to witness history, all thanks to the kindness of Muhammad Ali. This was more than just a dream come true, it was a miracle. Ali didn't just take the child inside, he made sure they had the best possible experience. He navigated through the crowded arena, carefully avoiding bumping into anyone, until he reached a section near the front, but away from the immediate chaos of the ringside. He spoke to one of the arena staff, explaining the situation. Within moments, a comfortable chair was brought over, and Ali gently settled the child into it. He made sure they had a clear view of the ring and that they were far enough away from the noise to be comfortable. He even asked someone to bring them a glass of water. He wanted to make sure the child was safe, comfortable, and able to fully enjoy the fight. He knelt down, looked the child in the eye, and said, "Now you just sit back and enjoy the show." The crowd, witnessing Ali's continued kindness, erupted in a renewed wave of applause. They cheered not just for the champion, but for the man he was, for his compassion and his willingness to go above and beyond. It was a moment of unity, a shared feeling of warmth and admiration. The cheers echoed through the arena, a powerful testament to Ali's character. People who had come to see a fight were now witnessing something even more profound, an act of genuine human kindness. They felt a sense of pride, knowing that their hero was not just a great boxer, but a great person. The energy in the arena shifted, becoming less about the competition and more about the shared experience of witnessing such a beautiful moment. The crowd's roar was now a roar of appreciation, a symphony of human connection. As Ali knelt beside the child, ensuring their comfort, the flashes began. Photographers, sensing a powerful story unfolding, swarmed around them, capturing the moment for posterity. The bright flashes momentarily startled the child, but Ali gently shielded their eyes with his hand, a further act of consideration. The cameras clicked and whirred, freezing the scene in time. The image of the heavyweight champion, a symbol of strength and power, kneeling beside a small, sick child, radiating compassion, was a stark and beautiful contrast. It was an image that would be seen around the world, shared in newspapers and on television, a testament to Ali's character and a symbol of hope and kindness. The cameras weren't just capturing a moment, they were capturing a legend in the making. The fight itself, while exciting, almost became secondary to the events that had preceded it. The energy in the arena had shifted, becoming less about the competition and more about the shared humanity on display. The boxing match became almost an afterthought. This night wasn't just about boxing anymore. It wasn't just about who would win or lose. It was about kindness, about compassion, about the power of one person to make a difference in the life of another. The fight was still a spectacle, a display of athleticism and skill, but it was overshadowed by the profound act of empathy that had unfolded before it. The real victory of the night wasn't in the ring, but in the heart. The true champion wasn't just a boxer, but a human being. Ali's strength wasn't just about his powerful punches or his incredible speed in the ring. It was about something much deeper, something much more important. It was about his capacity for kindness, his ability to empathize with others, and his willingness to act on that empathy. True strength isn't about how hard you can hit, but about how much you can care. It's about standing up for what's right, even when it's difficult. It's about using your power to help those who need it most. Ali showed the world that night that true strength lies in compassion, in understanding, and in the unwavering commitment to making the world a better place, one act of kindness at a time. He proved that being a champion wasn't just about winning fights, it was about winning hearts. That night, Muhammad Ali became more than just a heavyweight champion. He became a hero in the truest sense of the word. He showed the world that being a hero isn't about having superpowers or wearing a cape. It's about having a heart full of compassion and the courage to act on it. He taught everyone a valuable lesson, that even the smallest act of kindness can make a huge difference in someone's life. He demonstrated that true heroes are those who care for others, who stand up for what's right, and who use their influence to make the world a better place. He proved that a hero isn't defined by their strength, but by their character. Ali was a champion in the ring, but he was a hero to the world. From their special seat, the child watched the fight with wide, sparkling eyes. The fever still lingered, but it was overshadowed by the sheer joy and excitement of being there, of seeing their hero in action. They cheered and clapped, their small voice adding to the roar of the crowd. They didn't just see a boxing match. They saw a testament to the power of dreams, the importance of kindness, and the unwavering spirit of a champion. They knew, deep in their heart, that this was a night they would never forget. The image of Ali, scooping them up in his arms, would forever be etched in their memory, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope, and that even the smallest person can be worthy of kindness and compassion. Their heart was full. This story reminds us that even small acts of kindness can have a big impact. It shows us that being a good person is just as important as being successful. It teaches us that everyone deserves to be treated with compassion, no matter who they are or where they come from. Think about the child in the story. One act of kindness changed their whole night, their whole perspective. It showed them that there are good people in the world, people who care, people who are willing to help. And that's a lesson that can stay with them for a lifetime. So, let's all try to be a little more like Muhammad Ali, and spread kindness wherever we go. Even the smallest gesture can make a world of difference. This moment, captured on film and shared around the world, became a defining part of Muhammad Ali's legacy. It wasn't just his boxing record or his charismatic personality that people remembered. It was his unwavering commitment to kindness and his willingness to stand up for those in need. This story reminds us that fame and fortune aren't the most important things in life. What truly matters is how we treat others, the impact we have on their lives, and the legacy of kindness we leave behind. Ali's legacy is one of compassion, of empathy, and of using your power to make the world a better place. He showed us that true greatness lies not just in what you achieve, but in how you make others feel. His legacy is one of love and kindness that will inspire generations to come. So, the next time you see someone who needs help, remember this story. Remember Muhammad Ali and the child outside the arena. Remember that even the smallest act of kindness can make a world of difference. Let this story be a reminder to open your eyes, open your heart, and reach out to those who need it most. Let it inspire you to be a hero in your own way, to spread kindness and compassion wherever you go. Let it remind you that true strength lies not in power or fame, but in the unwavering commitment to making the world a better place, one act of kindness at a time. Remember the power of empathy, the importance of helping others, and the lasting impact of a kind heart. Remember Ali. So, let's carry the spirit of Muhammad Ali with us, not just in our memories, but in our actions. Let's strive to be a little kinder, a little more compassionate, a little more willing to help those around us. Imagine a world where everyone followed Ali's example, where everyone took the time to notice those in need and offer a helping hand. What a wonderful place that would be. It all starts with each of us, with making a conscious decision to be kind, to be empathetic, and to be a force for good in the world. Let's remember this story, not just as a heartwarming tale from the past, but as a call to action for the present and the future. Let's all be heroes, one act of kindness at a time.